What's up, y'all? It's your boy MoWinfrey, and I got 7 tips for you. 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 and then some tips for you if you're starting out to be a photographer. So let's get into it. What's good, fam? It's your boy MoWinfrey, and like I said earlier, I'm giving you 7 tips. So let's get into it. I'm finna just start. I just said the whole thing I said in my intro again, so I might just cut that out. But if I don't, then it's your laugh for the day. But I think I just got a little talk. I did, cause I stepped on something. So what I want you to do, I want you to pull out a sheet of paper, maybe a notepad, whatever. It really don't matter. It's something you can take notes on, something you don't have to really take notes on. It's really just a fun little video that I chose to make. But anyways, the first tip that I have to give you is buy a good quality camera. Now, I'm not gonna say that, if you just buy a cool picture, you buy a Fujifilm or some shit like that you can't get a good picture. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that you cannot go into a photo shoot charging $350, $200, $150, and you got a cool Pix camera in your hand. That's them small pointy shoot joints. You can't go to a photo shoot and shoot the whole thing with your phone. That's one thing you don't. Now, I could move that to number 2 and move my number 2 to number 1, which is develop your eye for photography. And by that I mean, if you wear glasses, take them bitches off, look up in the sky, and literally, well, not in the sky, but look up at some branches like in some trees or some shit, and look at the bokeh. That's what the little circles and shit are. That's the bokeh. I want you to look at that. I want you to focus, and I want you to put your hand in front of your face and try to focus on your hand and notice from your periphery what that looks like. And that's the type of effect that you usually want when you're doing photography. I know that's how I really just got into it. That's how I got my first camera. That's how I really just got into it, because my Fujifilm that I was using at first was not cutting it. It wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't even capturing the effect that I wanted. But at the same time, I didn't know what the fuck I do now. So really, it really wasn't no point. But at the same time, I started off with a Fujifilm. Don't really remember the name of it. If I do, then it might be in the video or back there or somewhere, I don't know. It was a Fujifilm something, and then I moved up to a D3200, yeah, and then I moved to a D100, which was a bad choice, and then I moved to the D300, which is a good choice right now because it is a very good camera. But at the same time, I could also just go to D500 that just came out, D750, which is a good quality full frame camera, or I could just spend the $6,000 for a D5, which I'm not gonna do. So what I am saying is, though, that although you probably are going to hear that a lot of photographers say, yo, equipment is not everything, but your equipment is necessary. So I'm not going to sit here and say you don't need any flashes, you don't need any lights, you don't need any reflectors, you don't need anything. I'm not gonna say none of that, because all that shit is bullshit. All that shit is false. Because you do need, like, if you're a lifetime photographer, that's cool. You don't need none of that shit. But yes, you do, because you gonna need a flash sooner or later. Because although the cameras that are now coming out can go up to damn near 1,000,000 ISO, that's not something that you gonna necessarily use because it looks like shit. So at the same time, your post-production may look amazing. Like, you may be able to take a grainy image and green and looks like it came from aliens from outer space, but that takes too much goddamn time. And although us photographers, we are always griping about how much time it takes and how much time that people don't really realize goes into it and everything like that, although we always bitching about this shit, we don't want to spend all that time retouching one photo for 6 hours. That's just not gonna work. So what we do is we make sure we invest in the proper equipment, or we rent the shit out. So either way, you getting charged for either taking our time on the shit and it looking good, or it's taking time on pretending it looks good. So if we had the right equipment, you would just be able to. So make sure you. My long story short, just make sure you had the right have decent equipment. If you spending, hold on, I'm not gonna even go to the spending part because you really can get a lot of good quality stuff for a low price. So I'm not even gonna put no price range out there. I'm just gonna say that if you are starting out as a photographer, and it's always cool. And some photographers, they stingy as fuck, and they will not even tell you what they shoot with, where they shoot, anything like that. But always ask around, or just pay attention to people's captions. A lot of photographers' captions, they might even put like the stuff they shot with, or if they do a video, they might even show like in the very corner like what they shot with. So just pay attention to those small details, but also get to become friends with your clientele, because as a photographer, you have to think of it like this: you are a stranger to these people. You are a complete stranger to these folks. So if, let's just say it's a model, she wants to do a lingerie shoot, what the fuck is she gonna want to shoot? Like what? Why is she gonna want to shoot with you, or why would she feel comfortable with you even shooting her if she doesn't even know you? Think about that. I want you to think about that now, because, and I don't know why I'm pointing right here. I think because my eye was itching, but I want you to think about this shit now, because if I don't know you and I'm finna get ass nigga, or I'm finna get half naked, or whatever the fuck it is, I want to make sure that I can trust my pictures to whoever gonna take them shots. Or if it's a wedding is a once in a lifetime for some people, for not most people, but for some people it's a once in a lifetime thing. So you gonna want to spend your money to get that memory and get the best quality images that you want. So why would you choose somebody that you don't trust? Why would you choose somebody that you don't know? That's a lot of things that go on in a client's mind, and you have to take into consideration that when you are a photographer. Number 3, number 4, whatever the fuck number I'm on, I just lost track. And when I probably edit this, I might have the numbers, but I might even lose track even editing this. So just to know, I'm on my next one. Network with makeup artists, fashion designers, t-shirt companies, everything. Like, the more you network, the more clientele you get. Always have a website. I'm kind of skipping it because my videos get kind of on now. Always have a website, which helps you network, so they kind of go hand in hand. But have a website and have business cards always available, because the way the internet works and everything like that, yeah, people are more on social media nowadays, and it's kind of killing, the newspaper and ads and everything like that. But at the same time, you can use the internet for your advantage. Have a website, have YouTube channels, have something that can push your name out there to make sure that you're known. And also, pay attention to the people that have been in the game longer than you have. So by that I mean, if you know that you are just now starting out, you need some advice, you need some help, make sure you ask. You got Instagram Live, you have Facebook Live now. So if people are getting on doing editing sessions like I generally do, check out my Instagrams, WINFREY Optics and WINFREY Visuals, and WOZ Studios. If I ever get on live, I'm almost always editing if I'm not doing a Q&A. So if you see people like me, or see somebody like our crazy photographer, or amazing one, or Good Luck Ransel, or Leon Dash, or somebody, like, I'm just naming out names that people I watch, I look up to. You got Xavier D'Angelo, I could name Alcohol Studios, I can name everybody. It'd be a 10, 12 minute video of just me naming people. But I'm just saying, always pay attention to, because I've seen very small amount of times people actually sitting down and editing their photos on live, because a lot of people want to keep this shit a secret, and I really don't even care about this shit. That's why I share so much information that I have. So when you editing it, don't be stingy with your editing and nothing like that, because everything that you learn, somebody that taught you, or somebody that you picked it up from, learned it from somebody else and just added their own twist to it. So don't be afraid to borrow somebody's style and tweak it to your own good. Don't steal nobody's shit and just don't change anything about it. Tweak it to your own style and develop a decent catalog of work that can actually give you some notoriety and publicity and everything like that. So that's just a few things. I might make a part 2 if you like this video enough for me to make a part 2, then I can. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, and for everybody who supports me, I highly appreciate you. I don't want y'all to go think I just don't appreciate y'all and that I'm just making these out my ass. So I thank y'all a lot, and I'll see you guys next time I upload. Peace.